In this video, I'm going to show you a simple trick that will hopefully extend the life of your roof by adding this simple downspout extension.
And this is for houses that have an upper roof that drain onto a lower roof like this.
This simple modification was on the list of things that my home inspector recommended that I do when I first bought and moved into this house.
And that's because they didn't want all the water collected in this area of the roof being concentrated in the gutter and the downspout and flowing down that one narrow section of the lower roof, which really ages it quickly. So I bought a 10-foot length of aluminum downspout extension and slipped it over the existing piece. Then I drilled a small pilot hole and drove in a sheet metal screw to secure them together. Obviously, we need a bit more length, and you can buy these in 15-inch lengths and cut them with a hacksaw if they're still too long. As you may be able to tell by the growth on this downspout, I've had this on the roof for a few years, but I had to modify the gutter guards, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you this simple trick.
So the first time I installed this, I called it good at that, and with the first heavy winds, this thing moved around on the roof quite a bit. So I had to figure out some way to anchor it down below. And what I ended up doing was taking one of these gutter straps that normally holds the downspout to the wall, and I just bent it over like this,
and slipped this part into our downspout and this part under the shingles. And that ended up holding it really well. Of course, this is much easier with two hands because you can lift the edge of the shingles up with one while you slide this underneath.
And that holds it pretty well. But since I added this gutter guard here, you can see that the water in the heavy rains actually flowed over the top of this, which is not ideal.
So I need to remove that gutter guard, cut out a section of it, and put it back in.
All right, so that's a very easy fix. I just cut away some of there, and hopefully the water will be able to just flow right in. And this isn't a huge gap where lots of pine needles and everything will be able to get in. So hopefully my gutters will still remain pretty free of debris. I had considered using one of these at the end of it, but I'd have to cut off a lot of this part here, and it's not quite the right angle, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. So now instead of all the rain from the upper roof coming down and flowing down and aging our roof, it's gonna go through this downspout directly to our lower gutter. So I'm curious if anyone else has had their home inspector recommend something like this. And if you like videos like this, you might like this one here. So you can imagine how all the water from the upper roof would run down this drain, come out onto this lower roof, and in a concentrated little stream, go down this section of roof until it hits the next gutter.